All right, y'all. Coming up on this episode of Professional Amateurs, we're gonna be talking about the Eastern Conference Finals that just ended. We're gonna be talking about the Western Conference Finals that just ended. You know, we're gonna be previewing the finals. We're gonna let Courtney give his Knicks thoughts. Y'all know how we do. Professional Amateurs, come back with us.
Hey, do it big, way bigger than before. Play the game fast, break, give and go. Hey, amateur, but I play it like a pro. Amateur, but play it like a pro. Do it big, bro, B50 919. Welcome back to the show. Amateur, but I play it like a pro. Amateur, but play it like a pro. Even though amateur, bro, I play it like a pro. Even though amateur, bro, I play it like a pro. Even though amateur, bro, I play it like a pro. Even though amateur, bro, I play it like a pro.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Professional Amateurs. I'm your host, Jamal. Before we get into anything, I introduce my guests, anything, y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do not be doing that in the beginning of the show. I think about it at the end, but at least I get to it. But now I'm getting to it in the beginning. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. My guests, y'all know them. They here all the time. Courtney, say what's up to the people.
Man, what's good, man?
All right. We talking. We glad to hear from you, my brother. The whole world is glad that you actually made this episode. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen.
All right. My man Boz, say what's up to the people.
Boy,
Man, just a nigga here to piss y'all off with the truth. Depending on how this conversation go, I might sound like the biggest hater tonight.
We already know how this gonna go because this conversation is gonna be full of Tyrese Halliburton. So we already know how this go. I ain't look for the record. What I was referring to for the people that don't know is Courtney still flamed up, got his Knicks hat on, like real fan, bruh, real fan. So I'm gonna let you kick the show off. I'm gonna let you take how you feel, man. Like your thoughts on the series, how it ended. Go ahead, the floor is yours, my brother.
I mean, how you trying to ask me? I mean, they failed. I mean, I don't know.
This is a therapy session for you. Just get it out, bro.
No, but I'm saying because I don't know how layer you trying to make this thing because I fuck around and ramble. But the main thing
I really didn't.
The main thing is they failed. That cannot be glossed over. I don't want to hear about no goddamn best shit last 20. All that bullshit can go to hell. Now, if you a
don't
nigga
care about none of that. You don't care
none
about
of that bullshit. Now, if you a fan, if you somebody that's born in the last 30 years and you don't remember the last time they was any good, this, that, and the third, I might give you a pass. You had to live through Chris Duhon and Tony Douglas and Jeremy Lin and Langston Galloway and Andre Bagnani and Enes Kettner and all that shit. So you don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to live through some shit. You don't know no better. So for you, if you 30 and under, I might give you a light pass. Around my range, this is a complete failure. Ain't no other way to look at it. Detroit, Stewart and Ivy was hurt, so we took advantage of that. Porzingis and Tatum got hurt, and Horford is 50 years old. We took advantage of that. We had home court advantage. We had 4 out of the 5 best players in the starting lineup. And the bench, as far as the main 3 players, Robinson was better his role than Toppin. Like I said before, I give you Mathurin over Deuce McBride. And then Connor, had his little moment for 8 minutes.
Hey,
whatever.
Man, he did exactly what I told you he was gonna do.
But just the thing though, if we do what we supposed to do at the crib, we wouldn't be in this shit.
Yeah, game one killed you.
Bullshit. And then
honestly,
Then the coach panic. Listening to Josh Hart in the game 95. You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of shit is this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Which is why this offseason is gonna be it's gonna be paramount because he can't start next year.
We'll get to that. We'll get to what's next.
He cannot start next year. Now, I anybody that knows me know I hate Karl Anthony Towns. I hate that motherfucker. You listen to me. I hate that soft ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With a passion. But we can't be stupid, nigga. We can't just trade that motherfucker just to be trading. If we ain't getting back a real dude, I'm talking about a real dude, we got to keep this man. We have to keep him if we're not getting back a real dude. Because the reality of it is, with Bronson, the way we really need to build around him is have 4 defensive players but then they probably ain't gonna be good enough offensively. Damn if we do, damn if we don't. And with the East coming back next year, we know Tatum gonna be out. We know Embiid, something gonna happen to his ass. We're gonna be right back in the same predicament. We're gonna be the top 2-3 team in the East again. So we gotta play with the margins, try to, fix the team as best we can, as far as getting a piece or two that'll fit what we got going on. And we cannot overpay Mikal Bridges. We cannot. I don't give a fuck how much we gave for him. We cannot overpay his ass.
That's interesting that you say that and that you kind of go this like with Indiana doing what they did, the Thunder doing what they did. Do this kind of make teams like look at how they construct their rosters going forward?
I don't think these two teams doing nothing that everybody ain't been doing. We just have 2 stars and then 3 through 8 fill it out.
I'm saying like as far as like what the Knicks did. The Knicks actually made real moves to actually bolster their roster. All the Thunder and the Pacers did was develop the players that they drafted. And they didn't draft Shea, but they developed him there. You know what I'm saying? Into what he is. Like, so pretty much.
Yeah, but they still played around the margins, though.
That's
what we got to do now.
That's what I was asking you, like, for the Knicks. Like, as a fan, like, what do you want the next move to be? Do you think y'all should, like, put Karl-Anthony Towns on the market to go get a guy like Devin Booker or somebody? I'm just throwing a name out there. Just to go get like a guy or like, you know what I mean? Or do you think it should be like built like we got the foundation? It is what it is. Let's just keep building on this right here. Add this piece, that piece. Like, what do you think? What's the next?
To me, it's more about the East being weak as it is.
Yeah.
We're a top 3 team coming in the next year. As is, we're a top 3 team coming in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I want is probably the hardest thing to get, which is a 2 guard that can put up 8-9 threes a game, will play top level defense. And where the fuck that at, I don't know.
Like Trey Murphy.
See, that's what I'm saying. I want a guy like Trey Murphy with a guy, maybe a guy Trent might be available. But I don't know if he's good enough to do. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I need Josh Hart to go to the bench. Yeah. But I don't want it to be a little guy. I don't want a guy like CJ McCollum coming in. He can do the 3-point part, but he can't do the defense part. You know what I'm saying? Like
3-and-D is
that's
really
the hardest
hard,
thing that we need.
That's hard as hell. That's why guys
that's
like
the hardest thing we need. And that's why Dante was so perfect. Because Dante could do the role while still shooting 8 to 10 threes a game at a high clip. And then Josh Hart can come off the bench and then OG play the 4 and then Bridges go to the 3. Because I can guard bigger wings better than he can guard up top at the point of attack. I want to keep him there. But the thing is, whoever we get at the other guard spot got to be able to guard the point of attack because Bronson can't do it. Yeah. The issue. We cannot fail with the 3 defenders around Cat and Bronson. We can't play with that. Them 3 guys got to be able to guard at top level. It can't be no slacking with that shit. And that's the one thing about Josh Hart. He can't guard. Now, the thing he does do is once the shot go up, the possession is over. He will rebound the hell out the ball because, the defensive possession is over until you get the ball back. So he will do that. But that ain't enough, bro. Especially when you ain't going to guard him. You know what I'm saying? This series, to me, remind me of, remember the verses with Dipset and the Locks? We had the better talent, meaning we had the better hits and shit. Locks had the chemistry, the cohesiveness.
I was just about to ask you, like, what you think the difference was, like, for specific.
I think that's what it was.
What do you think, but we talked about that before, like, and that's the one reason that I thought that Indiana, and it wasn't just that as a whole, but like I said, all of their guys got to be accounted for, bro. Like, McConnell did not miss coming off the bench. I don't mean like miss shots. I'm talking about missing his role. He didn't miss one fucking game in his role coming off the bench.
But
bro.
I think
shit even like that.
I think even with all of that, the shit that really hurt y'all, it just really, to me, and I'm not a fan, so I'm not as invested as Court, bro. It's Cat, bro. And you said it before in the last series, like niggas will look at the numbers and you'll be blinded by it, but you're not looking at the dumbass turnovers, the dumbass fouls, the missed defensive assignments, the missed rotations. Like that's the shit that hurt y'all for real.
Honestly,
nigga
they
on that
all had
defense
that.
end
It
was.
won't just him.
Nah, but Cat do it at another
he's-
level.
Yeah, it's
He
different.
does. He
Hart
does.
do
He
it.
really does.
Hart is on
No,
the
bro.
same level.
Bro,
Brunson
no.
ain't as bad with the turnovers, but he has some pretty like what the fuck.
But the
turnovers look like?
the defensive lapses and the dumbass fouls, bro, it's way worse, bro.
Yeah,
Because
the
this your
fouls is
back
crazy.
line. That's your back
Fouls
line
is crazy.
defense.
Right, it's
Yeah.
your back line.
He's supposed to be your back line defense.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy when you think about it. It's like, hey, bro, that nigga played damn near flawless against Denver last year against Jokic because they had that nigga in the dunker spot guarding Gordon. It's like the attention to detail that nigga played in that series was damn near next level, borderline elite. So it's like to go from that and then the way that nigga faltered the rest of the playoffs last year and then that shit rolled into this year, like, bro, that nigga was awful, bro. He was awful.
And then he can't because then his offensive advantages. That's the issue. He can't see everything positionless basketball until you can't guard your position. Man, that's the problem we having with Cat also. Is we can't move him down the lineup. He has to stay at the 5. He has to. He absolutely has to. That's why we got to get a guard in or a big wing in that can guard, but also can put up 8 to 10 threes a night. And that's literally, I don't know how the fuck we find that shit. I really don't. I have no clue. I have no fucking clue.
Like that. I mean, that's the hardest thing to find in basketball.
That's what I'm saying. Especially a guy that can play the role perfectly. Like, I'm looking at like Lonzo Ball. Trying to think of, like I said, Gary Trent might could be get for the cheap. Max Strus, I don't want Max Strus, but he'll do it.
Why
He'll do the
not?
role.
Bro, y'all was telling me Max Strus was that nigga a couple years ago.
I would love to have
No.
Max
He
Strus
graded
back.
his role.
But
I mean, he does his role, but I
Max
don't know
Strus
if he
did
can,
exactly what he always do.
and just catch and shoot good enough for what I'm saying. Like the guy we get gotta literally, that's all he doing. 80% of his shots gotta be 3-pointers.
He do that, but the problem with Max Strus is he have his like you said, like with Jason Tatum. That's really the truth with Max Strus. His lows be like, what the fuck? Be like 0 for 13 shit like that in a game, that decisive game or something. Like his bad be really bad, but he is good enough to like be a catch and shoot guy. He defend well enough. He athletic enough to guard multiple positions. You know what I'm saying?
And we got to ask ourselves this too: will Thibodeau have the balls to bitch Hart and do what I'm saying? Because if he's not the guy, then you got to fire him.
I was just about to ask, bro, you leading all the way into my shit.
This is 2 things I don't want to do. 2 things I don't want to do. I don't want to go on the next season with Kidd and then fire him during the season. Season with him, I need him to play it all the way out. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to play it out with him now, but it has to be with the mindset of we getting a 5th guy and Josh Hart has to go to the bench. And another question, is Mitchell Robinson cool with staying on the bench? Because his mindset might be healthy going into the next season. I'm the starting center, move Cat to the 4. And I don't want that lineup. We can't play them too big at the lineup like that. Because Cat just can't move good enough at the 4 to do this. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Mr. Robinson cool with that. You know what I'm saying? To me, that got to be a question too. But the problem with it is we got to have a defensive big behind Cat in moments to close the game and shit like that. Cat is really what's fucking this up, but I can't ignore what he does.
You want to know what's finna piss you off? Rumors is y'all might be making a run at Al Horford, nigga.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Shit like that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But now, if we get Horford, and let's say we could trade Mitchell Robinson and perfect. I'm long as you willing to, you know what I'm saying? But it has to be something where the three wings gotta guard. They gotta guard at elite level. They have to. That's the only way UTT even have a chance. Only way have a chance. Because we're gonna be a top 3 team next year, East. And that's Milwaukee get a guy out of the blue.
The East is wide open. Everybody should go into the East. Like if you're a fan of the Eastern Conference team, you should go into optimism.
Because I even had to go back and look at Cat numbers to remind myself how offensively gifted this motherfucker is. Bro, this nigga was 3rd in the league in 2010 games. He had the 10th most 20-point games in the league. He had 22 30-point games, which was 8th in the league. He had the 3rd most 30-10 games in the league. He had the 4th most double-doubles period in the league. And out of the players that was 6'10" and taller, he had the 5th most threes in the league. We can't just throw that shit away, bro.
And overall, that nigga was 24, 13, and 3.
Right. We can't throw that shit away, bro. Like, we just can't. Like, and the only guys better than him is the main guys.
Hey, but
That's
you want to know what's
weird?
He was bad, but he wasn't the only one that was bad defensively. Only one that was really good defensively all series was OG. The Knicks was bad.
No, he was that bad defensively because, like Bob said, he's the back line.
No, I'm just saying it wasn't. He was bad, but it wasn't like the defense as a whole fell apart because he was just bad. Everybody did their job.
Bro, where you think all the league outs came from? Because we got a cross match with his ass. That's why I told you going to the series. All the cross matches is because of him.
Yeah, the cross matches did happen.
Richard Robinson cannot run full court.
That's part of it. If we knew that shit was gonna happen, they prepared for that. They knew that shit was gonna happen.
No, but that's what I'm saying to you is that because Josh Hart ain't good enough scoring the ball wide, he tried to go with Mitchell Robinson being a rim protector, but to help Cat ass and hoping Cat could do the simple. Cat can't run with Siakam. Siakam literally was getting 3-4 buckets a game just leaking out, knowing the man can't run with him. And then every time you fall, you got like your knee was hurt. Winston and all this dumbass shit, acting and all this fuckery shit. I don't know whatever.
On it, man.
Oh my god!
Because if you hurt, it's a little bit better for you than just like, all right, this motherfucker just smoking me up and down the court. Now she's smoking me up and down the court because I'm injured. And I heard some of that shit too. Cat is not himself. Cat isn't healthy and woo. That shit played into it. He did that shit for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, but you know what? That shit was a non-story because he ain't LeBron James.
Hey, because
no. It's a story. It's a story with the Knicks fan because Knicks fans want to go. Yeah, we want to go. My thing is we just can't throw them away. I mean, the trade got to make sense. It can't be no fucking 3 role players coming back and then we going with Bronson and going from there. It can't be that.
Fans want the wrong guy gone. The Knicks fans should want Josh Hart gone, bro. Like.
You gotta think though. New York is a gritty city.
Right. He
embodied that, bro. Listen, bro, I get that. That shit you can find. OG pretty much exemplifies that.
Not like Josh Hart do.
But I'm just saying, like Josh Hart.
My name is my name for bro. It's levels to this shit, bro.
Bro, to be a wing and a non-scoring threat in the NBA is suicide for your team, bro.
But you gotta think we gotta be suicide. That nigga, but he's not a wing, bro. He's a power forward. He's a power forward trapped in a shooting guard's body. He's not a wing, bro.
Right.
He's
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
And but the thing is, though, he does all that power forward shit at an elite level at his side.
He do.
He's getting 10 boards a game. He's pushing that shit on the like literally. He's the only person that can literally go full court and make a play outside of Bronson. Like literally, like we need this motherfucker for what he does. I just don't want him playing 35 minutes a night. I want him to be at 20.
Problem. If he's there, he's got to be on the court 30 because of the shit you said. The extra shit.
That's why you got to fire Tibbs.
Hey,
we're going back to what I said in the beginning.
If
Tibbs can't do this, then you need to fire Tibbs. So Tibbs or trade Hart to get him out of Tibbs.
That's what I'm saying. Josh Hart is the one that everybody need to be like, he got to fucking go. Everybody want the wrong person gone in New York. They either want Tibbs or Karl Anthony Towns gone. I even heard some people mad at Jalen Brunson, which how the fuck could you even fix your lips?
Because history say you can't win with a small guard, so trade him now. Why value the high? I get the angle.
Hey, bro.
I mean, we're not gonna do it. We shouldn't do it, but I get the angle. I completely get the angle.
I'm just saying, man. Josh Hart is gonna always hold the Knicks back, bro.
Not more than Cat. Because the reason why Josh Hart is important because of Cat. Because he the guy that's gonna hustle and do all that shit. Siakam don't get them leak out if Josh Hart playing.
No, I get
but
that.
The problem is, like you said, on the other end, you ain't got to guard the motherfucker.
Got there too. This ain't just started. Like it ain't like, oh shit, this is a whole new problem that we just gotta account for. Like you still didn't account for the Josh Hart problem. Josh Hart was the reason why y'all lost to the Heat 2 years ago. And what could have been a run for y'all then if y'all would have got past Miami.
I know. I said coming into the season, I didn't want Josh Hart to start. We're not in
Yeah,
disagreement.
Josh Hart is the real impediment to this team, bro. He
Yeah,
is the
but
real
not more than Cat.
I get why everybody is upset and wanting to point more fingers at Cat is because the talent level is there. He's bigger.
Bro.
You the footer.
He had one block the whole series, bro.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And he was second on the team in turnovers in the series, bro.
And he don't
this
even
is your
dribble.
5.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't dribble.
And the nigga had 25 fouls, which
That's
led
why.
the
And
team
when I
in the
heard somebody
series,
say,
bro.
who was it? Was it Jeff T that was like the reason why the Knicks offense is bad because they like watch Brunson dribble for like 15 seconds or something. And I got to thinking about like, who the fuck can make a play? Who else on that roster can make a play with the basketball? Like,
Number 3.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why Josh Hart be dribbling.
But it's
That's what
and then when you think about
Taylor
it, it's like,
Brunson
hey,
really
you
got to
can't-
do that shit, bro.
because you can't throw that shit in the Cat on the block
No,
because the
you
nigga
can't.
post up at the 3-point line.
Exactly.
And then the nigga can't really dribble depending on who guarding him to drive to the
Right.
basket. So
And if he's not guarded by Fiddles, he's not a mismatch problem. Now,
So
the
is this
Fiddles guarding him, he
construction?
held.
Is this more of a roster construction thing then?
That's literally how I started this whole conversation. That's why we got the wing guy. That's literally what I'm saying. Now the problem is Thibodeau has to understand this and then stick with what I'm saying. The problem is Thibodeau, one of them guys, he gonna play the bigger guy that's more talented, and then like Bob said, the grit of the city, this, that, and the third. Josh Hart gonna keep the momentum. You know what I'm saying? He does the shit that other people don't want to do. So coaches like that shit, especially when it's your 5th guy. I'm saying I want the 5th guy to be a 10 threes guys out of 14 shots a game. I want 80% of his shots to be 3-point. That's why he has to be that guy. Like I said, that's the hardest thing to find. We had it in Dante. That's what makes this shit annoying. We had the motherfucker originally.
But you thought Cat was more important because you
No,
thought it was
but
more
I'm saying-
important to be the guy.
But I can't because we made the conference finals, which we did not do the last 2 years after winning the round 2.
Now you give a fuck about the conference finals?
No. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, to me, the season's a failure. But realistically, if you just look at it, this is the problem with the Thibodeau argument. Courtney can say, yo, from watching every game, I don't like his process. I don't like how he goes about shit. But the reality is, if we lost in the second round, we won 2 games. Then the next year, we lost in the second round and went to game 7, which means we won 1 more game than the year before. And then this year, we passed the second round and went to the conference final. So technically,
he progressed.
Right, based on the results, he's getting better every year.
This is my Tyler Hero argument. Like, y'all not seeing the progression. It's progression every year.
Right.
That's what he's doing,
So,
right?
I can't argue with the actual. So, in reality, whether I believe it or not, or whoever, my team was 2 games away from the NBA Finals.
And y'all didn't make it.
And Thibodeau has to get something for that. My team ain't won 50 games in a row in back-to-back seasons since 94, 95. Thibodeau has to get some credit for that. They done went to the second round 3 years straight for the first time since the 90s. Thibodeau has to get some credit for it. He done enough result shit that even if I don't like how he got there, I can't argue with what the fuck the final, production was. I can't. Because I can't say he ain't progressing, because he is. I can't say not. Shit, like I can't. So, but my thing is, don't go into the season on a short leash. He either got the job or he don't. Don't half-ass give it to him. Build a team based on who you think can coach the team to how you want it to go. If you don't think he the guy, fire his ass now. Fire his ass now. All I don't want to hear is Mike Malone's the guy, because Mike Malone did the same shit at Devil, pay 6 motherfuckers. I just don't want to hear his ass the one. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the fucking one, because he did the same shit that Thibodeau does. Yeah. That's why Denver crying about death right now, because he don't play that shit neither. You know what I'm saying? So get the coach in that believes in what the fuck you talking about.
Most
and then
coaches
let that shit
do not believe in depth. Rick Carlisle is on some one on him and Dagnall. They both have laid benches, but
I mean, it sound good to say that with Carlisle, but let's remember, after 2011 when he won the title, he didn't win a goddamn round for damn near 12 years.
Nah, but when he won the title, then he played about 10 guys too. Then come to think
no,
of it,
but what I'm saying is, since that year, he didn't win a round until last year.
Yeah,
that was 12 years. So let's not act like Rick Carlisle been some monster ass coach this whole goddamn time.
And right on cue, niggas is talking about some, hey, if he get it done, I'm willing to throw him ahead of coaches like Larry Brown, and he should move into that top 10 conversation. Like that be the shit I be talking about, bro.
Well, how many, he got more titles than Larry Brown.
If he wins it.
If he win it, he'll have more titles than Larry Brown. So he could go ahead of Larry Brown. I got no problem with that.
But you know me, bro. That shit, having more titles don't make you better, bro. It don't.
It just depends on
the
it don't, because just to who's your GOAT?
Mine is LeBron.
Jordan got more titles. That's what I'm saying.
On the argument.
That shit.
No, it
matter,
don't.
Bro.
It don't. It depends on the argument. Like,
which is why me and Courtney get into it all the time. Like, hey, bro, having more accolades don't make you a better player, bro. That just means you was in a better situation. Like, because we all know Michael Beasley's better than a lot of niggas with all these fucking accolades, bro.
Yeah, but see, being nice.
Yes, that's why I was about to say better is subjective. Like,
right, yeah, being nice is not argument.
A lot of people don't know how to separate the talent
either a fact or it's not. You either agree with accolades or you don't.
Yeah,
you either agree with what the final results is or you don't. Just like I just said about Thibodeau. I don't like the process that he does. I don't like how he goes about it. But the results, I can't argue.
But the context,
I can't argue.
But the context is because of the way he does shit, you niggas wear down at the end, and that probably plays more into why y'all can't get over the finish line than anything else. So it's about context.
But I got a problem with that too, because OG best year of his career is with this man. Ross the best year of his career is with this man. Cat best year of his career is with this man. All these guys had career years with this man, other than Mikal Bridges.
But you should. You should if you playing 90% of the
everybody
minutes.
Say you should, but everybody ain't quick to do something with the minutes. Just because you got the minutes, you still got to produce while playing the minutes.
That right, but again, it to me, it's almost like we get into it. I got into it with niggas about the most improved conversation, and it's like, hey, is it improvement or is it opportunity increasing? Because they're not parallel. They're not one and the same. Yep. To me, improvement is if you playing the same amount of minutes and there's an uptick in your prediction. And if you was a nigga playing 14 minutes and then you become a nigga playing 36 minutes, you should have a jump because it's more opportunity for you to have a jump.
Yeah, but do it mean something to you if a coach says to you that I want to play you 20 more minutes than I did last year because of the work you did in the summer? Does that mean something?
That's a testament to you.
Because giving a guy 20 more minutes means something.
But that's a testament.
Unless you telling me it's a tank job.
But that's a testament to the improvements you made over the summer in that situation. Mm-hmm. Like you came back with something. So I
will use Tyson Daniels. I think he won it, right? Tyson Daniels.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he actually improved, or you just think he played more? You personally?
I think he played more because there was nothing offensive. He was just a terror on defense, and we knew he was a terror on defense beforehand. He just wasn't getting the minutes to see the production.
So you don't think it's harder to be the level of defense he played for 35 minutes than compared to 8 to 10 minutes?
I don't think for him. I think he's an outlier. I think that nigga's just different defensively.
You're believing in the talent.
I understand your point.
Believing in the talent. So I'm not disputing that you believe in it, but I'm saying believing in the talent is one thing. Him actually going out there and doing it is another.
But that's why I'm saying he's the outlier, because I think he's a nigga that had the capability of doing it regardless. Like, I think he's a one-off. I get your point, and you're right. I just think that he's a bad example. Like, that nigga is just different, bro.
Well,
argument for.
Yeah, he just different. But I get what you're saying.
So when Jalen Johnson,
just context.
So when Jalen Johnson was doing it, you feel like he didn't improve, or you just think he just got more?
I don't think because he didn't do anything too much different. The nigga only averaged 18 and 7 before he got hurt. Like, I personally didn't see the improvement for real, because they took the ball out of his hands a lot more this year than he had it the year before. Okay. And a lot of that shit towards the end of the year was funny with him and the ball. So I didn't necessarily see the improvement personally, because I don't think he came back with nothing else different.
Because I look at like Miami, I look at Mall Squad. Davion Mitchell had glimpses of what he's doing, but I didn't know if he could do it for 30 minutes. I knew he could do it for 10, 12.
Yeah, but you
spotty with short. To me, that says something.
I feel you, but you kind of iffy with short niggas too anyway. And you wasn't really too high on him, period.
No,
I mean,
I wasn't. But I ain't ignore what made him cut to the league, which is being able to pressure 94 feet.
what you
You
do
know what
with
I'm
the role
saying?
does matter.
You know, like the role he played. Like I ain't
No,
ignorant
for
of what he got to
sure.
play.
Like, yeah, you
But
got
the
you
fact
got to
that he
take.
could double up the minutes to me that gotta mean something. You know what I'm saying?
It's like for me. It's like for me. Like niggas was surprised what Lil Cuz was doing when Paulo got hurt.
Right.
And it's like, no, he can do that, nigga. Like, he just ain't getting them touches with Paulo and Franz there. But if you allow that nigga the room offensively to be that dude, he can do that. Same thing with my little bro at Michigan State. Hey, once they let that nigga off the leash, he tore North Carolina ass up. And then them niggas went on a fucking run. Like, he has that capability if you let him do it. I didn't mean to get us off on a tangent.
No, y'all about to say, because we ain't nowhere near where the fuck we need to be. All right, so let's reel this back in. I want to get y'all thoughts on Indiana, actually, because we did a lot of talk. We've been talking 30 minutes about some fucking losers. Knicks didn't win the damn series. The Pacers actually won the series. They're gonna represent the East in the NBA Finals. So
before we get to that, I got a question that's pertaining to it.
Go ahead.
For how do you determine or what qualifies a superstar for y'all in terms of regular season play to playoff play?
What you mean?
Like in terms of production, numbers, all of that shit. Like,
I mean, I don't know. To me,
funny you say that because I did a Halliburton dive. It's funny you say that.
It's a consistency thing, honestly. It's just I mean, I'm not one of them people like the whole. I get where this is going. This is a whole. Is Tyrese Halliburton a superstar? Tyrese Halliburton is in play a superstar. He's probably not a household name superstar, but as far as like an actual NBA player, he's a superstar. Like,
okay, so can you have a superstar run and not be a superstar player?
Yeah.
Meaning his last 2.5, 3 years has been a superstar run, but he's not a superstar player. Is that possible?
That's very possible. But has it been a superstar
right
run?
now? He's a superstar. Yeah, this is
wide as
superstar
kept,
run, bro.
His numbers is a little more rare than you think.
This is a superstar
I actually did a dive on. You know what I'm saying? He's actually more rare than you think, bro. Exactly more rare than you think.
Because I'm just looking at them shits from his regular season numbers to his playoff numbers, and it's literally no different.
Yeah, but you got to compare it to his peers. So, in the last 3 years, he's been at least 18-9. It's only been 6 NBA players, period, to get them numbers at least one season. Him, Jokic, and Trae Young has done it 3 years straight. He was 20-10 the last 2 years before this year. He's only 25 years old. Chris Paul only done it twice in his career. Magic Johnson's only done it 3 times in his whole career. And he's one of the top 10 greatest players of all time, so to speak. In the last 3 years, including this year, his efficiency over that time has been 47, 37, and 85, and at least 18 points a game. It's only 9 players in the NBA with them numbers over that time span. 18 points a game while shooting at least 47% from the field, 37 from 3, 85 from the free throw. He's 5th in field goal percentage, and the 4 guys he's behind is Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Kyrie Irving. All right, it's only been 9 players to make All-NBA the last 2 years in a row. It is him, Jokic, Greek Freak, Jason Tatum, SGA, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, LeBron James, and Stephen Curry. And him, Trae Young, and Jokic is the only 3 with at least 2,000 dimes over the last 3 seasons. His regular season numbers, bro, ain't like it's over his peers like a motherfucker quiet as kill. Then when you go to the playoff, only 2 teams has won more games, playoff games, than the Pacers in the last 3 years, and that's the Celtics and the Nuggets. He won 3 playoff rounds this year. He won 2 playoff rounds last year. Iverson won 6 in his career. T-Mac won 3 in his career. Vince Carter won 6 in his career. Carmelo Anthony won 3 in his career. Lillard, 4 in his career. DeRozan, 25,000 points, 4 in his career. Dominique Wilkins only won 3 playoff rounds in his career. Mitch Richmond, Hall of Famer, won 4 in his career. Tim Hardaway Sr., Hall of Famer, won 3 playoff rounds in his career. So quiet as kept, this man is putting up better shit than you think. And I use 12 games as a barometer, because that means in order to play 12 games, you got to at least win 3 rounds. He's averaged 18, 8, and 5 this year. Which last year, he missed the 5 rebounds because he had 4.8. It's only been 14 other players to do this in NBA history. And that's Magic Johnson, Jokic, LeBron, Westbrook, Jason Kidd, Oscar Robertson, Luka Doncic, James Harden, Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Bird, and Wilt Chamberlain. His numbers more rare than you think, bro, over these last 3 years. And his all NBAs, he got one more than Chris Bosh, Hall of Famer. He got the same number as Vince Carter, Hall of Famer. Like, he do more shit than you think, bro. Now, it don't look the way we wanted to look. It ain't like the prettiest shit. He ain't got the best highlight reel or no shit like that. But his numbers is a little more rare than you might think it is compared to his peers in real time. That's why I asked, can you be a superstar for a moment? Maybe, and then, but not be a.
That's why I said right now he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, like, but the thing about it is,
it's more Courtney. It's just a superstar run and him not being a superstar.
But that's my thing. It's like,
and that's
consistent.
But that's been my thing, bro. It's like, hey, bro, it's okay to acknowledge something is an 8 and appreciate it for being an 8. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm saying, like, it's all right to say, hey, it's a good run. You can say it's a great run, but this doesn't make you a superstar, bro.
So what?
Because to me, a superstar,
what does it for you?
Like with that Chris Paul joint he was talking about. He only did 20 and 10 2 times in his career, but that nigga finished 2nd in MVP voting, 5th in MVP voting, 13th, 3rd, 4th, 7th, 6th, 6th, 7th, 5th, and 9th. And this nigga's not in them conversations. Like, and I said it before, like, for me, the MVP conversations. Like, we had this conversation before. It's superstars, all-stars, stars, and then everybody else. And for me, superstar niggas are franchise changers that are
Jalen
always
Brunson?
in them MVP conversations.
So Jalen Brunson, superstar?
I don't believe Jalen Brunson is a superstar
Because
either.
right now if I had a player to do a ranked player list, Tyrese Halliburton would be over Jalen Brunson. And how the fuck could you argue it? Especially if you going back the past 2 or 3 years.
That's cool, but that don't have nothing to do with neither one of them niggas being superstars. If you ask me,
You got. I mean, that's a different argument for you because you don't even got Jalen Brunson as a superstar. So
right?
Yeah.
Courtney do for me.
No, I'm saying I can't argue. You don't beat the man 2 times in a row. So if you got Halliburton higher, I can't say shit.
But this is what I'm saying, and this matters. Yes, the recency bias is up there for me because him defeating Brunson again when he was the underdog, the clear underdog, matters, bro. Like at some point in time, like this stuff got to start. Like we got to start adding this Tyrese Halliburton shit up and taking it for what it is. Like I didn't even know the shit was that deep with Courtney, but I knew like. Hey, bro, he got a long list of shit, bro.
That's cool.
That we just choosing to act
cool.
like.
So then the question is, you're really putting him in a conversation with Jokic and Giannis?
No. Ball started out by saying you could be a superstar, but not at that level of superstar. You could just be a tier under, maybe.
Levels?
Then you're a star.
You said it's levels, right? I mean, so going by your name. So
this levels.
So okay, let me ask you this.
So
let me ask you this.
No.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask Boz this. Is this a player thing, like meaning like a certain number of players, like is the whole top 5 superstar, or literally an individual case of like he a superstar or he's not?
I think for me, because I actually went through this shit and it was like I used to have a group in the superstars and it was like 6 people. Because to me, it's only been 4 to 6 superstars in the league at a time. I think right now we at a point where it's only 2 clear-cut superstars, and there's a couple niggas knocking on the door, and then there's everybody else. Like,
so who your 2 clear-cut?
Like
Jokic and Jokic.
Okay. So let me ask you this about Giannis. If you ain't won around in 3 years,
I was just about to fucking say
what is? And I'm only asking this because your argument is the LeBron James. Fair treatment, this, that, and the third. If you ain't won around in 3 years and you have played teams where it's, I don't want to say it's even, but it ain't been no real gap. Like, it ain't like you've been in 1-8 matchups and shit. Like, you've been playing teams where, like, all right, bro. Like, I watch Halliburton to close you out.
Halliburton bust his ass like 2 years in a row, and that shit don't matter at all. It don't matter to you?
Right. What does that mean for him?
But this nigga was 35, 14, and 7.
No, listen. We know he can hoop. We know he's nice. We're talking about as far as the label of superstar.
But that's my argument, bro. In the context of Giannis specifically, because we don't know how to have this conversation in the chat. Bro, it's not because of him. It's a terrible ass coach. It's bench players not showing up. It's your second nigga being hurt, not showing up. It's your third nigga not showing up, being hurt. Like, that shit matters.
All
bro.
I know is how does he not win nothing But when Jokic people don't show up, he at least give you a round. He'll at least take it to 7. Jokic don't be losing in no first rounds without motherfuckers showing up and shit
He
like
just
that.
lost in the first round last year.
Yeah, they lost.
No, but I'm saying he ain't got no 3 years in a row.
No.
Okay, but he just lost in the first round last year, bro. It happens. But again, with context, when the nigga lost in the first round, nigga Jamal Murray was hurt. I'm the context nigga, bro.
Oh, okay. So what for Tyrese Halliburton? What does he have to do to become that?
Bro, he got
at least can you at least make he on a fucking steamroller train headed towards
I
that
said
shit.
he's playing good, bro. Like I
He's
don't have a problem acknowledging that, bro. The nigga has been hooping, bro. I don't have a problem saying the nigga's hooping and leaving it at that, bro.
Nah, he next level. Like really, he on some.
Like I don't have.
And he got robbed. And he got robbed for Eastern Conference Finals MVP too. That was some.
You think he got robbed?
Bro, he was literally first in everything.
Except scoring.
Except for scoring for the Pacers.
Except scoring.
He led them in everything. Literally everything. He got robbed.
But we seen that happen last year though. So they consistent with it, I guess.
He didn't lead them in everything. Siakam averaged 25, 5, 3.5. You talking about this past series?
He led them in everything.
He led them everything. He led them in rebounding, assists, steals,
everything
all that.
Other than scoring.
Oh, okay.
Everything other than scoring.
Other than scoring, yeah. He led them everything.
He should have been an MVP.
Yeah, he led them everything. And I think he's tied with the most threes made too. He literally let him everything.
Yep. He should have been MVP, bro. He should have been MVP flat out. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Because
that shit matter because 10 years from now,
it's the same shit, bro. And you got them highs and you got them lows with that nigga, bro. Like you got 2 6-point games in that motherfucker.
Yeah, but I don't really, like I said, I'm not a guy that harps on bad games. I don't really care how bad the game is.
But
everybody has
that's different level of bad.
But this is what I'm saying. You just said we got to reward the nigga for the consistency over the last 2 years.
I mean, I'm talking about a full body of work consistency. I don't mean just like every bad, like because you're gonna have a bad game here and there. I'm talking about full body of work consistency. That's what I mean.
Consistent the entire series, and he won the MVP of the series. Like. This is what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? The logic got to be the logic.
He won the MVP because he scored the most, and that's what people look at. That's what jumps out at people. But whoever watched that series with your 2 eyes, nobody's gonna dispute that the best player for the Indiana Pacers was Tyrese Halliburton. I don't give a fuck who got the trophy. I don't give a fuck what number said what.
But it matters when 10 years from now. I mean, it be selective. That's why it matters.
I mean, for the awards and the accolade purposes, gonna matter. But like in the moment,
that's why it matters.
We all watch this shit, bro. We watched what the fuck Tyrese Halliburton did. He literally outplayed Jalen Brunson. Outplayed Jalen Brunson, bro. We watched this shit. Can't nobody lie to me and say I ain't just see this shit, bro. I just watched him outplay arguably the 8th to 12th best player in the NBA.
Right.
Widespread across the board. I just watched this shit. Watch him outplay that man, yo. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
And you watch that nigga disappear in some games too.
He had a bad game. What was it? Game 5 was the bad game?
See what I know. Thursday night, that motherfucker playing in Bronx tonight. So goddamn, he had enough good ones. Shit, that's what I know. I ain't looking, man. I ain't shit. Goddamn it. I take them fucking bad games and take them to the next round. Shit.
Real talk.
Yeah, so I ain't.
Household
7 games left in the series, and he in one of the motherfucking. He on one side of that bitch. So
I guess I don't think shit, bro. You got a chance to close it out, and you go 2 for 7, and you ain't even looking for the ball, but you was ready. You planned your Reggie Miller choking celebration, and like, bro, that shit matters, bro.
But he came back.
Yeah, but he bounced back the next game and gave us 21 and 15 and closed it. He closed it.
And that game you didn't show up. Pascal played good, and that last game Pascal played good too. Like, now I'm not saying Pascal deserved that shit. I'm not gonna do that. But you put yourself in them situations to leave the door open, nigga.
This was worse than the Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum getting the.
Nah, this ain't worse than that.
This was worse than that.
It is, bro. We talked about the
difference.
This
was bad.
Because Jalen averaged like 28 in that series. Even though Tatum led him in scoring, Jalen averaged like 28 in that series. So it
And the
wasn't.
difference-
It wasn't.
yeah, that shit wasn't egregious.
And he was a
The
little more
difference in the-
efficient scoring and shooting it. So this one is probably worse. This one probably worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was
Yeah,
bad.
this one
That's
probably
saying.
worse.
This
Yeah,
was
yeah,
worse
this
than
one
that
worse. This one worse.
This one was
This one worse.
bad,
You right, this
bro.
one worse.
This was clear cut. Like he must
This
have
one
pissed somebody off.
But
bro.
we talked about this last year though, bro. The numbers, the difference in the numbers, like when you talk about the actual numbers, was like 3 to 5 points, 2 to 3 rebounds, and we all know that them niggas was playing Jason Tatum more minutes than they played Jaylen Brown in the blowout games. That shit wasn't egregious last year. Like niggas was trying to make that shit out to be.
But all I'm just saying, like basketball is a field game, bro. You don't even really got to deep dive numbers. You watch the fucking game. Impact jumps out of the screen. It jumps out at you, like this in ways that you can't even. You like you can be like, damn, yeah, 25 points, and like you might can't see that shit. You can see a motherfucker's impact. You see that shit. Tatum's
Right.
impact was more than what Jaylen Brown's was last year, and Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm not rolling because the way that the impact that nigga Jaylen Brown had on the defensive end was crazy. We not finna do that, bro.
But I mean, it ain't like you act like Tatum is a cone, nigga. Tatum ain't no cone.
No, I'm not acting like anything. That's what you said. I said we not finna act like the defensive impact Jaylen Brown had wasn't like that. That's all I said. What you said after that, I didn't make it like anything.
But it ain't like, you know what I mean? It won't like to the level like, all right, he played good defense and your defense was bad.
Jaylen Brown was guarding the point of attack, bro. He was guarding Luka.
That's his role.
Yeah,
he
but
did a damn good job, bro.
Okay,
and he did everything
what you think is more important?
Do on offense.
What you think is more important from a setup of a team structure? The backline defense or the point of attack? Personally. Like, what do you think is more important?
Me, I think the point of attack is the most important.
See, I think it's backline.
No, I mean backline really ain't got to be like.
I think the backline
unless your point of attack.
Yeah, I think the backline is only more important if you know the point of attack defensive suspect.
Your backline is supposed to really a backup. Your point of attack is elite. You don't even need the backline. You're not getting there.
Which is why everybody is so down on Luka. But it's like, okay, you were terrible as the backline defender. I mean, as the point of attack, but we had fucking Kleber and PJ Washington and fucking Daniel Gafford on the back line for you to funnel that shit into for the majority of the season last year when they went on that run. So it's like, I get it. Like, that's why the Lakers were so good. You was harping on AD being the back line because the point of attack was so fucking bad with D'Lo. So your back line got to be elite in them situations. So it is more important and more vital in those situations. But when you got a nigga like Davion Mitchell at the point of attack, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, it ain't.
I will say this about Tyrese Halliburton. Him being a guy that gets picked on defense does hurt his superstar case. That does, because he's like a different level. He's not bad, but he is like a scout and report guy. Like, we're going to attack him actively. Like, that does hurt him. He's got to get a lot better. He got the tools to be better, to not get picked on. Like, it ain't like he don't have
got 48 hours then. So that motherfucker comes.
And another thing for me is like, I got a problem with a nigga that that got to be hit on defense.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that is a problem. I can give you that. That's a problem.
That motherfucker got 48 hours. He got 48.
Okay, so I just real quick, because we're gonna jump into the finals. I just want to get you just real quick, yes or no. Do either one of y'all think the Pacers got a chance to win this series?
Win the series? No.
I think they got a real chance to win it. We'll get on it later. Okay.
Because it all comes down to where are you putting that nigga?
Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah.
It ain't. I mean, at Oklahoma.
We're gonna preview it now. We're gonna do the West before we preview.
No. I'm just about to say we're gonna get to the West. And
I'm about to say we're gonna once we start this motherfucker, it's gonna go down.
Because it ain't. It's not as lopsided as people think it's gonna be, bro.
All right, where do we get there?
Yeah. All right, so
that's why I told you, if I ever go to jail, you're gonna be my lawyer, man. You got hope for a lot of shit.
Wolves Thunder, man.
And don't let whatever it is have any ties to fucking Duke, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting off? I'm getting you off.
Listen,
100%. I'm getting you off.
Well,
I'm objective. I'm realistic, and I'm objective when it comes. I am. I'm one. I'm now. They my favorite child, so you got to watch what you say about them. But I'm fair. If you say some shit that's fair, you say no. It is what it is.
But we can get to it, man. Hey, boy, your boy went out like a sucker, man.
Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man.
Man, that was okay.
Ant-Man.
So that was really one of the things. Like, that's the main thing I really wanted to talk about, honestly. Because I think from the jump, it kind of looked like we saw that the Thunder was the better team. You know what I mean? But the way Anthony Edwards went out, though, was like, what? I was ready to make this man the best player in the world, bro.
Exactly. And that's why I always say we got to fucking slow down with these declarations.
2 weeks away. I didn't give it to him, but I did say he had work. Now, if he finished this job, was the operative term, that's how like distraught I am about this. He was 2 weeks away from being crowned best player of the world in my eyes. And he went out like that. What the fuck, bro? Like, I don't know, man. I think, honestly, like I said, I try not to trip on bad games. He had, like, what did he have? What was the closeout game numbers? You got the numbers by?
I think he had 17.
What was the set?
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Yo, it was bad, but it's one of them things, just like I said, impact. You watching this shit, and we'll get Courtney back shortly, y'all. He's staying in the country. He got that country ass Wi-Fi out there.
Yeah, game 5, they lost by 30, was down by fucking 48 at one point, if I'm not mistaken. And that nigga had 19 points, 7 for 18, 1 for 7, 6 boards, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. He was a negative 29 on the game.
Man, I don't know. Optics wise, it just looked really bad. I never thought I would see Ant. Like, I'm not gonna really say he quit. I really hate to use that word.
And the game before that, the nigga was 5 for 13, 1 for 7, 4 boards, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 16 points.
But 1 from 7
from 3.
That's quitting, because what he averaged in the regular season, like 13 a game,
13 attempts.
How many attempts he averaged in the regular season?
I think it was only like, I don't want to get the line. Hold on.
Nah, it was like 11, 12. He shot the ball.
I knew it was more than 7.
It was 10.
I knew it was more than 7.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
say ask me.
Go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay.
He quit. You gonna say he quit?
What I was expecting was Vince Carter versus Iverson, where you get 50, I get 50, you get 50, I get 50.
Me too.
What I ended up getting was Jordan versus Drexler in 92. Shoulder shrug. I thought this shit was gonna be close, and motherfucker, it ain't. Clyde versus Air, and this turned into what the fuck. Bro, you fought harder not to raise your child than you fought to win this goddamn series. Bro, this is some bullshit, bro. That motherfucker flat out quit, bro. He fought harder not to raise his baby than the motherfucker win the round. Listen, and then they gonna cover this bullshit about he only 23, he got time, all this fuckery shit. Be very careful, bro. Because I remember a guy in 2013 and 14, they said the same shit about. They had all this talent, just like your ass do. And they thought he was gonna be that motherfucker one day. And now he turning into Joe Budden of basketball podcasting, but he's more known for podcasting than do. Paul George had this same goddamn trajectory, quiet as kept, where he made finals that they just knew. Man, one day he gonna be a champion, bro. He gonna fucking figure it out. Most talented wing in the league, shit. Better be careful, brother. Better be careful. We just seen this story now.
I can't believe
that this motherfucker,
shit, bro. That's what I'm more shocked about them losing. I didn't think they was gonna beat the Thunder, but
because now you look at Minnesota. Cause Reed a free agent. Randall can opt out.
Nas can opt out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So now you got to decide which guy you want. Do you get rid of two? You try to get rid of Gobert? Do you start Dillingham next season? Because Conley can't be playing because Alexander Walker gone. He about to get some money.
He definitely get some bread. I think the Lakers was
now the only hope they got is if Chris Finch coming there and say, "Yeah, I'm the first coach to believe in you, and I'm gonna let you start." It's going to have to be some blatant ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he have a Jordan Poole issue when he came back to Golden State. But like, yo, I'm better than this old motherfucker, man. Sit his ass down, man. Let me rock. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, and if you Dillingham, I don't know how you taking that shit. I I went top 10, bro. Y'all traded for me and all that shit, bro. Do I get a chance to?
Because at some point in time, Dillingham do got to get on the floor, though, right?
You would think. You know what I'm saying? Because Jaden McDaniels just showed me that he just ain't gonna put that ball in the hole. You ain't Josh Hart bad, motherfucker, but you're knocking. You're knocking.
He ain't nowhere near as bad as Josh.
Nah,
Hart.
he knocking.
Not even fucking close.
He's knocking.
He's not even fucking close to being.
Bro, that man done played 6-7 years in the league, and you only got like 130 ball in your career. Nigga, you ass to putting that bitch in the goal, bro. You ass. And that one game you scored 30 was against goddamn Luka Doncic. So we don't even know if that's a real 30. Yeah, like I don't know, bro. You ain't Josh Hart bad, but motherfucker, you're knocking, bitch.
Hey man,
you're knocking.
You're knocking. Boy, that's some serious.
You knocking, bitch. You knocking.
Comparing me to Josh Hart, boy, it's crazy.
Bro, you knocking. Cause bro, he ain't got no better offensively. Well, for that.
All right, so do this view how y'all looking at going into next season?
Honestly, bro, I gotta listen to what he told me. He said he don't want to be the first of the league. He told me that. So
he did.
So I gotta take what he said. So now I'm just looking at it for what it is. How great you want to be at basketball. So now we're gonna see. Now to this point, he's improved every year. So I'm not gonna act like he can't, and I can't. He did go to back-to-back conference finals, so I'm not gonna act like he ain't doing nothing. But now you at the level now where it has to be title or bust in his mindset. It has to be. It has to be. And if you Minnesota, you got to ask yourself, do I want to give him that super max after this deal? Because that's where he's at now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of the people, I ain't like you. I don't believe in that whole you just 23 years old shit. You've been playing since day one. You're a vet now, bro.
But he is. All that is cool, but at the end of the day, he's still 23 years old.
But I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear that shit where you've been talking about. Hey, I'm the legend slayer, and you done told Obama I'm finna knock all these niggas the fuck off. Like, bro, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
Yeah,
that shit was coping. That shit was coping because
a Batman, Superman, whatever, man, Lakers. Nah, bro, you did all that shit walking around. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro.
That shit was coping, and that's why I didn't like it, because I don't know, for the first time ever, I seen him like cower. Like, he ain't never been no coward. He always like, you know what I mean? And it was like he tried to get out in front of like the backlash from his performance, and that I didn't like. That's the shit that make me look at him different. Like, because he care about that shit. Ain't nothing changed about Anthony Edwards. He just had a bad fucking series against a matchup that he know the world was looking at him to have an elite series in, and he came up short. And he tried to get out in front.
But is it a bad matchup when you don't even shoot the ball?
That's what I'm saying. Like, for reasons we can't explain, sometimes like that shit happens to players.
You saying he having a bad series. I'm saying he quit.
I'm not gonna necessarily,
because you didn't even try to put the goal to goal, bro. This man over here giving you 40s, and you just over here.
And you ain't even try to go check that nigga.
None of that.
We knew that was gonna happen, though. I said that shit from the beginning.
No, bro. Hey, bro, and
not gonna do that.
But again, I'm consistent, bro. I said the same shit about Giannis a few years ago, my nigga. At some point, fuck what the coach talking about. Fuck what the scout report talking about. If I'm the best nigga, I just gotta go get that nigga, bro. I just gotta go get that nigga, bro.
I watch you go get Curry. I watch you go get LeBron.
I watch you go get KD.
I watch you go get KD. I watch you do this. You didn't want none of MVP?
I'm not going.
Remember, my whole argument was he was gonna see that man get that trophy and feel away. You watch that man get that trophy and win in the corner. You went in the fetal position. You look like a girl that got abused. You just stayed in the corner till you tell you to come out of timeout. You know what I'm saying? It looked the way, bro.
Yeah, I didn't like how he he kind of like
it looked the way, bro.
And them comments,
it looked like you got assaulted.
I don't know, man. These fucking player rankings is gonna be interesting as
hell.
And
you let a Canadian do this to you, proper ass motherfucker, man, son of a bitch. But hey, man, bro. After that was, bro, you let your country down, bitch.
And you was trolling, and you was trolling Chet before the series started.
Bro,
I'm not going, bro.
He was. And then on top of that,
I know he was just trying to get out in front of all that backlash with them.
And on top of that, SGA was such a smart ass. All of a sudden, his girl at every game, the baby at every game. This all throwing jabs at you, my dude. And then his commercial was him stepping on the ant after they got rid of your ass. So he was ready to get your ass to business. Him and the go goddamn.
Shay's elite with his trolling, bro, and he don't get enough credit for that.
Elite. bro.
He do not get enough credit with his trolling the
Bro.
players. He's elite at that shit, bro.
And this is the one time I'm gonna go against my own shit. Hey, he the greatest trolling nigga all time, bro. It
Yeah.
ain't close. It ain't
Shay-
close.
Hey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is elite at that trolling
Bro.
shit, bro.
He
It ain't close.
He heard Kendrick Perkins say that shit and brung the wife and the babies to every game after that. Like, bro, listen, bro.
And
Yo,
let
that-
you know he was really paying attention. Like, hey, my nigga had to look over there and see who was sitting next to my girl. And then I seen it was Chris Paul, and it was like, oh, all right, cool. Like,
Right.
bro, elite, the best nigga all time, bro.
He's an elite troll, bro. I'm gonna give him that.
Yo, man. Hey,
All
man,
right,
no.
so,
At least you got better looking shoes, I guess. Say that.
all right. So, Thunder Pacers, what y'all looking forward to, man? What you watching? What you watching for? We all gonna watch. Nobody actually gives a fuck about the winner or the loser, but we all watching for different reasons. Courtney, what do you
One
watching?
thing, and I think the only way they can make this series competitive is Halliburton got to average between 25 and 30 points a game.
Very possible.
And no, just the thing though, the weakest link to attack on OKC is SGA. In that starting five. That's the weakest link.
Yeah, in the starting five, probably so. Yeah.
It ain't Jalen. It ain't Dort. It ain't Wallace. It ain't Caruso. It ain't Chet. It's SGA.
And the crazy thing is, hey, bro, and he ain't a weak link.
That's what I'm saying.
Attack.
But that's the
Like,
weakest link. So we got Halliburton.
ain't happening.
What the Ant-Man wouldn't do. If you gotta attack that motherfucker and go from
It's
there.
not happening,
If
bro.
that does not happen, because in this series, the one thing the Pacers rely on is you got to cross match us. Well, guess what OKC ain't got to do? They ain't got to cross match a motherfucking thing. Just guard your own goddamn position and then lock this shit up and go home. So the only person who could possibly make some shake is got to be Zero.
And it's not happening, bro. Them niggas
Hey,
got
yo.
too much to throw at him, bro.
Not to win 4 games.
Listen, the Thunder have an elite defense, but I don't think people understand how elite this Indiana offense is, bro.
Yeah,
like-
collectively.
Literally like Golden State Warriors level elite.
But
Yeah,
but
but-
we ain't seen a team with this many elite ass wing defenders, bro.
No, that's
And they
what's
can guard their own position.
And they can guard their own position. Like this, like I knew Caruso was good, bro. They literally could not screen that nigga, bro.
Mhm.
And then you bring in Case and Wallace, and they could not screen that nigga either, bro.
Yeah. And there's nowhere to go.
And J-Dub just made all defense. And
Yeah,
Lou
there's
Dort
nowhere
had
to go.
And Lou Dort had a case for all defense. And Shea
Are
had a
they
case
elite?
for all defense, bro. Like, I'm not, bro.
And Chet probably would have made it if he played enough games. Like, you ain't got nowhere to go, bro.
Offensively, like this is my whole thing. When I first saw that the Pacers had won, I was like, man, this is getting ready to be a fucking sweep. They about to sweep Indiana. Then the more I got to thinking about it, I was like, man, ain't no way. Nah, Indiana too good offensively. Then I started looking at some of their offense. I'm like, no.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Who can force a double team on Indiana? Because you got to get OKC in scramble mode. Who can force a double?
Pascal Siakam is the only one who can force a double team. Period.
So you don't think Chet and Williams can just guard him straight up? Because they ain't Josh Hart, bro.
No,
And they not slow-footed like Cat.
They not. But if I think they were like, what they gonna do that shit you said, they gonna run a lot of inverted pick and rolls and try to get SGA switched on, and then they're gonna try to work out of that. That's their only hope and creating mismatches.
But you not getting no food doing that shit.
Nah, because if you Pascal Siakam catch that bitch anywhere 20 feet and then turn his back to you, he a threat, and you gotta honor him. You got.
But they don't have to double him though.
If you get a nigga like, if you get a switch and you get somebody like, Caruso, he not gonna post Caruso. That shit.
No, he not posting Wallace. He not posting Williams. None of them niggas, bro.
Nah, I think.
I would be shocked they won the game, bro.
He can get a switch and post SGA.
I'll give him one.
Listen,
I don't think they're gonna get swept anymore. I actually think they can
run with
all
they
the
can't
games.
even leave.
No, I'm with you. Out of respect of what they doing, I'm gonna give them one.
No, that's what I said. Like, I'm gonna predict. Honestly, I think the Thunder gonna win in 5 games. But I think all 5 games are going to be like the Pacers could win. It's going to be one of them. They're going to be killing themselves like, damn, bro, we made these 2 mistakes down the stretch of the game, and this is why we lost. Like, they're going to be in all the games. They're
Y'all know
going to
how
have
many
a chance
games?
to win every last one of
You
them.
know how many games OKC lost to the Eastern Conference this year?
I don't know. But I know I do know
it
that-
won't no more than 7.
No, it was 29-1.
yeah, I'm not, but these
That's
but
what I'm
since
saying.
January,
They went
literally,
29-1 against the Eastern Conference.
since
There
January,
is no way in hell they ain't losing 2
Bro,
games to the Indiana Pacers.
as elite as Oklahoma City been, Pacers been just as elite since the calendar done turned. These the best 2 teams in the NBA.
This is true, but I think these niggas done flipped another switch. And I think the fact that you look at all of the games,
the Pacers defending now.
But all of the games, them niggas done been down 20 points or 15 something points in games, and they came back to their credit. But the fact that you're getting down in all of these games, bro, you can't do that shit with OKC, dog.
No, bro. No.
I agree.
You can't do that shit with OKC.
That's another thing
And them
we
niggas
can't
get it
sleep
at
on
least
either.
2 games every series.
An OKC team makes love SGA. And they know that if we sweep this series, that'll give him a chance to have 6 to 8 wins on the regular season, the MVP, the conference finals MVP, the regular season, finals MVP, scoring champ. Basically he gonna have like one of the greatest seasons in history.
The first time ever.
Right. And they gonna go for that for him. That's how much they fuck with each other. Indiana in trouble, bro. They might not win. They might not be within 15 or no game.
No, I don't think none of the games gonna be that lopsided.
Hey, bro. Listen.
This is one thing. As much as I don't like Tyrese Halliburton,
I do too.
See him on this level. Him and Pascal Siakam are elite clutch playoff performers. Their records show that.
I'm with you if they had to cross match and all that shit. OKC ain't got to do none of that, bro.
They don't.
That means Halliburton got to average between 25 and 30. And Siakam got to average 25, and they not
likely at all. It's not likely at all. But
hey, bro, they getting their ass whooped. They getting their ass whooped. Unless you tell me Mathurin about to have 30 off the pie or some shit or something. Because that's the problem. They role players can't get off because the role player defenders is Lou Dort and Jalen Williams. Like, that's the role player defenders. Like, who the fuck finna help these niggas? Like, who finna help these niggas?
And then
bro?
You still got Casey Wallace and Caruso coming.
Yeah, like, who finna help these motherfuckers, bro? Like, listen, bro. Listen, Indiana finna get their ass whooped, bro. They finna get their ass whooped.
Like, quiet as kept, Mathurin only had 1.5 good games this last series.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Mathurin didn't play good against the
Knicks. And then Demhart only had basically one good game.
And it was the last one.
Can Miles Turner average 25 in the series, 22 in the series?
No.
I know it can't. I just had to say it out loud.
Average 25 to 30, but Miles Turner, hell no.
That nigga, I don't know if that nigga can average 5 rebounds in this series.
Listen, that might be the only somewhat matchup they can do something with.
Halliburton, I think Halliburton can pull it out. Halliburton can give you 25 to 30. He can give you.
I don't see it, bro.
Bro.
Like,
I hate that nigga, and that shit just more of the shit that he be doing like off the court and during the games when the nigga go up. Like that nigga can play, bro. Like he can play. Like that nigga can play, bro. I don't think that nigga can average
play too fast. Not
bro,
to
I don't think that nigga can average 25, bro.
They got a 14 or 14-2, 13-3. Like they get them type of runs every game because of the way they play.
Yeah, but they playing the one team that can match up everything they want to do.
They can.
This is the worst matchup for them. Do they want to match up?
Like, I don't think that nigga can average 25.
Bro, we said the same shit with the Knicks.
No, the difference.
They didn't win none of this shit with the Knicks.
This team, the Knicks don't guard like this team. That's the difference.
No, they're not as elite defensively as a whole, but the Knicks, they didn't show it in this series, but the Knicks could guard a little bit. Like in
but
theory.
we gotta remember, bro, this OKC team had the best point differential in NBA history, bro.
Yeah, they could have beat the hell out of
like in history, bro.
Mind you, because the Knicks was guarding Indiana for the most part, except a little run here and there. OKC for the dog walk these motherfuckers. Bro.
This team is the second team in NBA history to score 115 points plus points and 28 plus assists in the first 3 rounds to average that. 115 and 28 assists.
I'm with you, bro.
In the fucking 2019 Warriors.
And
They won't do it against
that's
these
cool,
motherfuckers.
but they did this against this defense.
All
bro.
I'm saying is that this defense, I mean, this offense is like, I don't think people realize how good Indiana is offensively, bro. And it's coming from everywhere. Like, they could beat you by 10 points and Tyrese Halliburton. Like, the game that Tyrese Halliburton had fucking 6 points or whatever it was. Like, they was in the game for them. I mean, the Knicks ran away with it at the end of the game. But, like, your score under 10 points is supposed to be a 20-point ass whooping.
Yeah, but the difference is there's no cross matches and all that shit in this series.
Because they did this shit against Milwaukee.
Oh, no, I
whose
just gave you
backcourt was
one.
food.
Right,
Like
like
Cleveland,
listen,
whose
They don't
backcourt
run a
was
match.
food.
They can
Father's
literally run
Day, it's telling you they took advantage of their matchups. We not
Like
shooting
you
nothing
can't
for the first 3
discredit
rounds.
it, but for context,
That's basketball.
It's they played some teams where the backcourt was food, bro. So
And they
it was
handled
gonna
their
be what it was
business.
gonna be, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Right. So
It's
look
not
to that.
OKC, bro.
But OKC, you finna get your ass dog walk.
Like you talking
Dog
about
walk.
Damian, you talking about Damian Lillard and Gary Trent Jr. Then you who was hurt. So then you playing Ty Jerome and Donovan Mitchell, and then you talking about fucking Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, and now we talking about Shea, Dort, Caruso,
And you had 2 rounds
Wallace.
of campaign before we benched that motherfucker for Landry Shamet. Listen, bro, ain't none of that coming in. And this shit right here. This ready to be murder.
I said, bro, out of respect for what they did the first 3 rounds, bro, I'm giving them niggas a game, dog.
That 2014, what was that record? When y'all lost the Spurs, what was the point difference in that series?
I don't know. That shit was embarrassing.
That record.
We lost. Well, I know we only won 1 game, and that was some bullshit too.
Yeah, but I think y'all lost by like a total of like 80 points or something like that out of y'all 4 losses or something like that.
I try to
That
strike
shit in
that
jeopardy. I think that record is in play. I
don't think none of the games is gonna be blowouts. Like I said, I'm leaning towards picking on.
All right, what do you consider a blowout? 15 points?
Yeah. Like double figures.
Would
Like,
you bet that?
No,
Not even Indiana winning the series. Just they won't have a blowout.
No,
Would you bet?
because I really don't even care that much.
I just checked Chat GPT with 70 points.
What?
70?
14?
Yeah. They lost
I know
by
it's
15.
bad.
They lost by 15 game 1, won by 2, lost by
He won
19,
game 2.
21, and 17.
That's in play. 70 in play. That's in play.
Yeah.
They gonna lose their 4 games by 70 is in play. It is in play. They finna murder these motherfuckers. They finna murder their ass. Unless they get hot like no other. From
That's
Or
what I'm
unless
saying.
OKC
Y'all
just
acting like
come out-
this can't happen with Indiana, bro.
I don't think it can because we ain't seen it against this level of defense, bro. Like we forget, like, hey, bro, in the NBA during the regular season, hey, you get a chance to get that shit off because ain't nobody doing proper scouting. And I get to focus on you for a week, maybe 2. And we have an advantage at every position. Positionally, we got all the length. We got the athleticism. You got a small guard in your backcourt. You got a soft ass center block. And
But
we
ain't
bring
none of them guards small for Indiana. They all
Ain't you
6'5" and up. Nembhard 6'5", bro. He not little.
That's a fact. But we talking about 6'6", 6'6", 6'8",
Hey, yo.
6'9", and we coming off the bench 6'6".
And this is another reason why they not
People
gonna
not
do it.
realize
6'7".
Indiana is guarding at an elite level right now too, bro. On top of being historically good offensively.
But you were guarding at an elite level against small ass backcourts that was food. That shit matters, bro.
It matters.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that this a different level. Like I don't know, man.
Right. So for you to say
Okay,
it's
so
a
let's start
different
here.
level, bro.
Go ahead, Courtney. Because I got.
So who's guard SGA?
I was just okay.
You got guard SGA.
Nembhard.
Okay.
I put Halliburton on Dort.
You got to.
Halliburton on Dort.
And then you put Nate Smith on Williams.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Or, you can
barbecue
put,
chicken.
or they might put. I think they're probably gonna put Neesmith on SGA because they like to put Neesmith on the best. Just like
He couldn't handle bully ball Brunson. It is going to be a wrap for his ass.
Nah. Quiet as kept. His numbers against Brunson. Brunson was shit in the bed.
And
His numbers set up with Neesmith.
Aaron Neesmith can guard. Aaron Neesmith can guard.
Like Brunson
Man,
did
it's
his
going to be a
damage.
wrap.
I seen them numbers. Brunson did his numbers when Neesmith wasn't checking him head up.
Yeah, it's going to be a wrap,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, so they probably could put
But
Neesmith on
again,
SGA.
Neesmith is 6'5" and Brunson 6'1", and you know they say SGA the second coming of Kobe with the footwork and shit.
Okay. So let me ask y'all this: who do you trust more in this series to perform, Pascal Siakam or Jalen Williams?
Pascal. But the problem is he ain't going to get Jalen Williams.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like that.
No. I'm saying that's literally if Jalen Williams had to guard him, I would like the matchups better. But he got to go against the 7-footer in check. And that's what makes Siakam good is he don't suck at nothing at 6'9". But usually he's going against a guy that's his height and below. Now he a real fucking foot.
So you trust Chet to win that matchup against
he don't got to win.
He don't got to.
He just got to push it.
He don't have to win.
You trust him to not let Pascal Siakam get the best of him in that matchup?
Absolutely.
And he ain't never been here before. He's never been here before.
Hey, Chet
absolutely,
bro.
Bro, this team been locked in since October, bro.
All I'm saying is that, bro,
they been locked in since October, bro. They 68-14 in the regular season, and they only got 5 goddamn losses in the playoffs.
Player, bro, he different. He a different level of player, bro. He been here, and like you said, he's 6'9" and don't suck at shit. And he's been here before.
Who was Chet checking in the Minnesota series? I don't remember.
Randall.
And he made it tough on that nigga, bro.
And then he had Gordon around before that, and then he had
Randall is more talented than Pascal Siakam, but none of y'all would take him.
He's more. It ain't about him being more. I'm saying from the standpoint as physical as Julius Randle plays, and he held his own. And Pascal Siakam is not going to be physical like that.
Pascal Siakam around, that shit is dead.
I'm not talking about pushing him around. I didn't say nothing about him pushing him around, bro. My point was, as physical as Julius Randle was, and he held his own, Pascal is not that level of physical.
No, not to that level.
So it's nothing in his disadvantage, bro. Chet ready for this shit, bro.
All I'm saying is that.
I know what the nigga been doing. Like all of this shit, he ready for this shit, bro. Like I'm not saying he finna average 20.
The Pacers could literally have 23 to have a change, bro.
Any game that they win, you saying it's got to be a 23 game? Or
literally, it got to be a 5+. It got to be a 5+ differential on 3-pointers made.
Literally. Even have a conversation.
I'm not arguing that shit. I'm just saying that shit is very much on the table with as good as
for a game. For a game, it is. For a game, and I'll give them a game.
I ain't giving them a game.
I think. You think it's gonna be a sweep?
Yeah,
that was gonna be the next thing. Like, Bosh,
I got a sweep.
4-1. You got 4-1. Oklahoma City too.
4-1, and I'll be surprised if it goes 6.
Surprised. SGA got hurt if it goes 6.
I would be surprised if it went 6 too. I'm not gonna lie.
SGA got hurt if it goes 6.
The longer the series is, the more faith I'm gonna have.
This how lopsided I think the series is. If Chet, Jalen Williams, or SGA get hurt, I still don't think Indiana win the series.
Okay, that's a little disrespectful.
That's how I'm being straight up. That's how lopsided I think this series. Even if one of them 3 get hurt,
because
Indiana still won't win the series.
This the classic Courtney shit. So who's the second best player in the series?
Pascal Siakam.
Which goes to my other point about why this nigga can't even be a superstar, bro. You're not even the best nigga on your team.
I mean,
I disagree with him on second best player. I think it's Halliburton.
When I had
the one thing he needs to do, he can't do.
One behind the other. Like it's that's the beauty about them, bro. That's the beauty about them.
If you're not the best nigga on your team, it's no way you can be a superstar, bro. Unless you fucking Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Right.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis and LeBron James, bro. Like,
I was just about to say that it's definitely like instances where it's been.
But them niggas were them niggas by themselves somewhere else though.
Yeah.
Man, this is 3LW versus Destiny's Child, man. This finna get ugly, bro. This finna get ugly, bro. This finna get ugly.
3LW is the Pacers.
Y'all can sing though, but y'all finna get y'all ass whooped, bro. This finna get ugly, bro. This finna be ugly, bro. This finna be ugly. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Honestly, bro,
I think this shit finna be bad, bro.
I think it's finna be bad, bro.
Initially,
This is
like
Adam
I
Silver about to
said,
lose his mind, bro.
my gut instinct was like, this gonna be a sweet.
This is gonna
He
be
can't,
ugly, bro.
he can't, bro. Like, hey, this is what that nigga wanted, bro. You got the parody. Like, I think it's something to be said. We ain't had a back-to-back Eastern Conference champ since fucking LeBron did it in the last 7 years, bro. Like, hey, bro, you got what you wanted. You got your small market team from the West. You got your small market team from the
This
East
is
in the
amazing.
fucking finals, bro. This is what
Mhm.
Adam Silver wanted. You wanted
Exactly.
parity, you got it. Hey,
Two
but
teams that got it out the mud, bro.
But because this is what you wanted, this shit is finna be ugly, bro.
The only storyline we get from this series is does SGA take the damn extension now or wait the next year to take them? That's the only goddamn storyline from this series. This is the ass whooping, bro. This finna be brutal, bro. Straight up and down.
BTA. That should have been my name.
Do you take $100 million less to keep the band together, or do you tell everybody else goddamn figure it out? This is bro. This is a good ass one.
Because this is the last chance that they got right here. They window getting ready to close like a motherfucker because that second apron is about to come like the Grim Reaper for their ass, boy.
Yeah, but they 2 years away from that because all the extensions won't kick in until after next season.
Yeah,
the season after next. So until then, they finna whoop these motherfuckers ass, bro.
And Hartenstein got that de-escalating contract.
That's what I'm saying. They finna beat the hell out of these motherfuckers, bro.
I don't think it's gonna be that lopsided. I mean, I think the series is gonna be lopsided. Like I think it's gonna be 4.
What's that Lloyd Banks boy he had? It's gonna get ugly than a masterpiece nigga. This shit is gonna be brutal, bro. This
but
is gonna be
like
ugly,
I said, I think
Shit
like
gonna get the victory freestyle.
all the games is gonna be like the Thunder could very much win like all 4 of their games by double figures, but it's gonna be one of them things where like 2 minutes into the game, it's a 1 possession game. Like 2 minutes left in the game, it's a 1 possession game, and then it get like pushed to double figures by the time it hit triple zeros. Like the Pacers are gonna be in every last one of these games when clutch
you
time.
thought about being a pastor?
So
I
have actually thought about it.
Yeah. You got a lot of hope.
Boy, got a lot of faith, boy.
Yeah, but you got a lot,
nigga
bro.
said this. My nigga said this.
You big poppy, big papa daddy on goddamn the shot.
The size of a mustard seed, my boy.
Yeah, bro. You got a lot of hope.
Gotta have it. Hey, but I'm just saying, like really,
you got a lot of hope, bro.
The easy way to approach this series just be like, just to look at it on paper and be like, the Thunder gonna like I said, I done learned my lesson with Indiana because I thought the Indiana was gonna get their ass whooped last series. I really did. Thought they was gonna get their ass whooped. Like, you know what I mean? Everything was there for them to then, and I said, I'm like, look, yo, they could fuck around and pull it out. And once I got to think about it, I was like, hold on, they gonna win this bitch. They gonna actually. And once I got to think about this, I'm like, look, the Pacers gonna lose this series. Now I'm not predicting them to win it, but they could win it. I think they gonna be in the games, and it's just gonna be.
Bro, I will bet you they won't win 2 games. Fuck the series. I bet you they won't win 2 games. I put $50 up. They won't win 2 games.
Why would you bet $50 on them like winning 2? Like, what the fuck do they? What?
No, what I'm saying to you is, you saying the Pacers got a chance to win the series. I will bet you they won't even win 2 games.
Now,
that's how serious I am. I want you. They only got to win the motherfucker.
Like I said, I want to be clear.
They won't win 2 games, bro.
Wait, I want to be clear now. When I say they got a chance to win the series, I mean that. Like I said, the scenario I broke down. Clutch time roll around with me. 5 minutes left in the game. It's a 1 possession game. They might still lose. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say they got a chance to win it. They're gonna be in that situation all series.
Does somebody pull ATL on OKC or something?
No, I just think Indiana.
Okay, if that don't happen, they won't win 2 games.
What the fuck is it gonna take for Indiana to get some respect? They got to win this series. They gonna win this series, and motherfuckers.
If they win 2 games, I swear to God, they bring the trouble.
People really talk about Indiana, bro. Like at some point in time, we got to realize like they just an elite fucking team, bro. We've been trying to write them off for damn 2.5 years.
Bro, they having a phenomenal year. They gonna beat my squad back-to-back years. A freight train from this season, straight up and down. Your motherfucker 9-1 against the Eastern Conference, and you telling me this team can beat them 4 times?
No,
it's not happening, bro.
Stop twisting my words.
It's not happening. And on top of this, they don't even got to travel. So Indiana to Oklahoma ain't even no travel. So you don't even get a jet lag game. You're finna get your ass raped out this motherfucker. It is going down, bro. That 70 from 2014 is in jeopardy, bro.
Indiana Central. That's both Central time.
That's what I'm saying. That 2014 is in jeopardy, bro. That shit is in jeopardy, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
That
G.
shit in jeopardy,
I
bro.
think I'm not. Pacers not winning.
That shit is
but
in jeopardy.
It ain't gonna be as
That
bad.
shit is in jeopardy.
When
Ace Bailey got a better chance going number one.
Who said? Wait, say that one more time.
Ace Bailey got a better chance going number one. Straight up and down. Yeah.
Oh,
Straight
that's
up.
funny as fuck.
Straight up and down. That's how real this is. This shit is over
Speaking
with.
of, word on the street is the 76ers is looking at drafting Trey Johnson or Trey Johnson or Kaman Malawatch at 3.
That's not crazy.
I just seen that shit today.
Yeah.
That ain't crazy. Ownership is basically telling Amore that it's time to pivot. They want to trade Embiid. They just ain't got no takers.
They really do.
They really want to trade him. They want to trade him. And they think that Malawatch is the next African that could be the next dude.
I mean, I told y'all, bro. He got a real chance to be the best player in this draft. Like,
I mean, that's what they think.
If you want to take like out of the box bets, who's gonna be the best player in this draft 10 years from now? He would be the guy I would take.
Bro, it's playing out just like the draft they got Embiid. Embiid with number 3 and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Playing out the same way.
Y'all think he got that kind of offensive skill set?
Yes, I watched him play in basketball in Africa. Me watching that, and like I know it's a level like as far as talent, but me watching him as a fucking kid do what he did in basketball on Africa League against grown men, that's when I was like, oh shit, he actually got real fucking tools, bro. Like real tools.
And plus,
he
know
flat
this
out
a lot
John
of this
Shire had him playing in a role like he couldn't do a lot of the shit that he know he could do because John Shire.
A lot of this is he don't got no bad habits and shit yet, and you going to take a kid that you can mold him how you want to mold him. I think that plays a lot of this too.
He got
by him on the beat because he turned 19 yet.
Yeah, he is 19. He's 19 years old.
So you get to mold him however you want to, type of shit.
But how you gonna mold him if you gonna have Maxey and McCain there? Because it's the same shit. I'm saying where the shots coming from.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they looking at it from move Embiid, and then after Maxey, the next shot to be him. I think they look at McCain as the sixth man. I don't think they look at McCain as a starter. Me personally, I don't think they look at him that way. That's why they look at Trey Johnson.
I think they do, bro. I think they're gonna start both them niggas next year.
I don't think they look at Trey Johnson if they thought he was a starter. I don't think they look at McCain.
I mean, cause like
Trey Johnson, I don't think that's a negative.
I feel like the reason they're looking at Trey Johnson is because they think they're gonna move PG.
I think.
See, I don't think you play 3. I don't think he's big enough.
PG or MB or both is on the table for them, and that's why they're looking at them two guys. I don't think it's no coincidence that them the two names we heard they looking at 3, because I think that shit is on the table. Them moving PG and or MB.
They gotta be moving PG if you think about the way that nigga been endorsing Ace Bailey as the next nigga, and you ain't even think about taking that nigga now. Like,
for the record, I told y'all he was gonna drop when this draft process started too. I told y'all this months ago.
Yeah, but I think teams overthinking this.
They not.
They ain't no way. They ain't no way you watch VJ and think he better than Ace Bailey. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Nah, as
no
like I
no
said,
there's no way.
VJ Edgecombe, the stuff that make him bad and the stuff that will not necessarily make you bad, but the stuff that make you pause and like proceed with caution with him is way different than the stuff that make you pause, proceed, caution with Ace Bailey. With Ace Bailey, it's a mental thing. VJ Edgecombe,
but you still have physical tools that you just can't teach, bro.
So do VJ Edgecombe.
No, he don't. Not like no fucking Ace Bailey.
No, he just don't got
6'8" shit.
Don't have the
I mean, it matters, bro. When you talking 6'3" versus a 6'8" nigga, it's just a different.
No, I get where you're going with it.
It's a different strategy.
You can't, but when your problem is in between your eyes, I can't do nothing with that. I can't do nothing with that. Nothing with that.
Okay, let me ask you this: how many players you think got a high IQ in the NBA? Like percentage wise?
I don't know. I don't think it's a lot. That's why it's important to have, and that's why it's very important to have in your superstar. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean, everybody, all 450 guys. If we're gonna give me a number percent, I'd say probably about 15 to 20%, maybe got a real, like, an elite high basketball IQ.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how much do you think IQ truly matters when all you got to do is play a role? 90%
it matters a lot. It matters a lot in a league where everybody is on a level athletic playing field. You don't have an athletic advantage in the NBA no more. So now you got to be able to think the game. The problem is that a lot of these people get here. That's what separates a lot of these guys when they get to the league. It ain't it like guys like Cam Reddish. There's nothing wrong with Cam Reddish athletically. It's thinking and being athletic at the same time is what the fuck his problem is. That's what separates guys. You gotta have it here because everybody got that athletic shit. Everybody can move. Everybody is the most impressive athlete anybody's ever seen up until this point when you get here. What separates everybody is what's between your eyes. Like, so that shit is vital, bro. You cannot, like, Ace Bailey is another motherfucker. He's just another average 6'8" guy. Like, athletic ass 6'8" guy without that shit. And that's what he is. That's what he is. Exactly what he is. They ain't gonna have the nerve to be trying to justify the shit. You heard that shit he said in the interview, like, you know, I take bad shots because I work on these type shots because it's a bad shot to you, but this is stuff I work on. Like, you literally telling us.
That's real though.
No, I got what he was saying, but you telling us you practice taking low shot, like low percentage shot. This is what you practice doing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trusting your IQ, bro.
Because I watch Josh Hart try to score. That's why. I mean, seriously, like motherfuckers laugh at it, but when you need a bucket, everybody can't get them bitches, bro.
They can't. But it's
like that boy can put that bitch in the goal,
so
man.
If I know getting to this next level, shots are gonna be way more contested, then I'm gonna work on difficult shots.
Right.
That don't
like
mean
that boy can put that bitch in the goal.
Ain't that your problem with Tatum? That don't mean take the most difficult shot possible every time you can.
Bro, I was getting ready to say, I'm not gonna like the shit.
That don't mean that's what you do, bro.
No, what I'm saying is when you got thing. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a grenade, bro.
Sometimes. But
my team ain't had a grenade. Bro, we put Landry Shamet in. Give me Ace Bailey any day, bro. Like, listen, I mean, straight up. Like, we put Landry Shamet in as the fucking backup wing.
Hey, listen. Honestly, it really won't too much. And this is how real the NBA and your IQ is. It really won't too much difference in college as far as like size, talent, athletic standpoint, and Obi Toppin in college and Ace Bailey in college. You see what the fuck Obi Toppin looked like in the NBA without the shit between his ears, right? You an average motherfucker, bro, without that shit.
What you mean? He can't dribble and shit, and he can't make the shot.
No, at Dayton he was. At Dayton he was mixing motherfuckers and everything. Yeah, he was. That's why he was playing.
Yeah, but you knew that wasn't gonna translate to the league. You didn't even have NBA handles.
All I'm saying is that it's when you get to that level, it's different.
Right, but it's the same shit. Like, it's the same thing I've been saying about these niggas, bro. It's like, hey, niggas look regular because you plateau.
Yeah.
And you gotta actually work and have actual skills. That nigga actually has some skills though, bro.
Yeah, he got skills. I ain't saying he garbage. I never said he was garbage. I just
said Obi Toppin didn't have skills, bro. You just the nigga that played at Dayton.
No, he had skills. He looked like he had them in college. Much
because what age was Obi when he came in? 22, right?
He was like 20 years old. No, he was 20. He was 20 when he came to the league. He might have been. He might have been older.
He was older. Don't worry.
Yeah, he might have been like 21.
I'm about to find out.
But he had that shit in Dayton. That's all I'm saying. Like, he did all that shit at Dayton.
He was 20. He was a 22-year-old rookie.
Yeah,
22. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my man got 3. He got 3 years to be.
You should look good against your little boy.
Listen, hey, I want to be clear. I want to be clear because I don't want to talk like I think Ace Bailey gonna be a star. None of that shit. All I'm saying is, to get a grenade off the bench that could possibly get you 15, 20 in a game is harder than people think it is, bro.
It is.
It's not some shit you could just pray and get, bro. Like, it's not that. It's not that. Because niggas act like he gonna be BJ Boston and shit. That's the part that's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
No. I said he was gonna be Jabari Smith. That's exactly who he's gonna be.
You don't think he's a better shot maker than Jabari Smith?
No. Jabari Smith was an elite shot maker in college. He was an elite shot maker in college, bro. Elite in that shit.
You think he separated the shit like
he couldn't Jabari couldn't handle the ball the way Ace Bailey can, though. I will say that.
Yeah, that's
Ace Bailey is an elite ball handler.
That's tough.
He can handle the rock.
That's
but I mean, he a wing. He had average 8 wing that just can't think. It's millions of them, literally. It's millions of 6'8" athletic guys that can't think. He gonna be another one of them.
Yeah, that's tough.
He talented.
That's tough.
All right, man. I guess we'll wrap on this, man. I can get ready to go to work. I want to get this out before I go to work too, so I can listen to it while I'm actually at work. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
I just want to make sure you want to bet on 2 games.
No, because I actually don't like Tyrese Halliburton still. I really would like for them to get swept. So
because he a whole ass nigga, man.
I really don't. I still don't like Ty. I respect the hell out of him on the basketball court, though. What he doing on the basketball court is phenomenal. I don't like him as a person, and I would like to see him lose his finals.
He a whole ass nigga, man.
Crazy. Oh, let me ask y'all about the Rika Jackson thing. She got the right to be fussing about getting traded and all that shit.
What happened?
Rika Jackson, the sparks off her page and all that shit. She upset about the playing time and all that bullshit.
Wait, when did this happen? Because I just saw a video of her today.
Yeah, her friends got on the internet basically like, bitch, get the hell up out of there because Kelsey Plum and Ponytail get to do whatever they want to. Because they call it Hambry Ponytail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they out there jacking and shit like that and don't get her the ball and shit. Like she should be getting this, that, and third.
Yeah, I seen she be out. I thought she was hurt.
Nah. I thought you were pregnant. I thought old boy had finished the job.
They literally posted a video of her at shoot around hitting a half-court shot today.
Yeah, but they said she upset about everything going on. Her friends ain't lying.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about that.
Because I watched the first game and she hooped, and then I seen the second game she didn't get no shots like that, and then she went in the lineup after that.
Right.
I just thought she was hurt.
Nah.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Do y'all think we'll ever see an undefeated WNBA season?
Possible.
Because the way New York is looking and the way Minnesota looking, like I know they're gonna have to play each other eventually, so they're not gonna be undefeated. But like, do you think
that's why it's impossible?
You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's impossible. Literally, that's literally why it's impossible.
Because these two teams look like they're not gonna lose to nobody but each other, bro. They literally look like they ain't gonna lose to nobody but each other.
It's only 13 teams. Like it's like you said, bro. I gotta play you 6 times in the regular season. Like
there's too much going on. You got periods, home shit kicking in, relationship issues, and shit. I mean, that's real. I mean, you gotta count that for the women's game.
No, that shit real, bro. Like to the point where there was somebody last year, bro. The nigga was tracking where women was out and was looking at the date. He was like, "Oh, she always out on the 27th through the 3rd of the next month."
That's real. You gotta count for all that.
Bro. Like, bro, yeah,
you gotta count for that in the women's game. You talk about my girlfriend on the other side. I thought you was gonna give it to me last night, and you didn't give it to me, and I feel away. And
hey, bro, because
like all that shit real. It's the women's game, bro. Like that's all. All that matters. Like you didn't strap up with me last night, girl. I'm in my feelings, so I bitch. You know what I mean? And shot go on the side of the backboard. All that shit is real, bro.
Bro, look at how
women's emotional creatures, bro.
Melissa Smith look horrible now that she on the team with
but I think they done broke up.
She looked awful, bro.
Yeah. I think Carrington hurt her feeling.
Like she looks awful, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can't even score 8 in the game.
Both things said, bro, we done.
I don't think she grabbed 6 boards in the game yet this season either.
They look bad. They've been really disappointing, honestly. I mean, I kind of figured that they was gonna be bad, but
I didn't think it would be like this. But
I didn't think it would be this bad.
Paige can't get on the same page.
I thought that they were competing for a playoff spot, and they just would flame out at the end. Like they've been.
Remember,
bad,
people told Paige to go back to UConn because she had another year for this reason right here.
Like I didn't know Enrique's shot selection was this bad, bro.
Bro,
it's always been
like
bad.
That shit awful, bro. And I don't Paige ain't used to that shit.
It's always been bad, but she just wanted them like she can catch. She always been able to get away with it because she always
can catch fire.
She can catch fire.
And you know why Paige ain't arguing? Because she helped her girlfriend get number 1 pick. Miss Fuzz.
To my AZ.
Yep. Okay. That's the only why she ain't fussing. Because they go together. I don't care what nobody say. They date.
Hey, man. She not going to be.
Yeah, they date.
I can definitely see it.
They date. One of them just don't want to put on the strap, but they date. They date.
Yeah, Dallas look bad, bro. I don't know. Dallas been the most disappointing team easily.
And the way they playing McCowan is weird. Like
I don't know what the fuck that.
I don't even know who that chick is. They starting at center. Like, where's she
They
even
don't
come
either.
from?
They don't either. They
That
just
shit is
pick them.
weird, bro.
They don't either. They don't know neither. They don't know neither.
But then
They
you
don't
look
know
at that. But then you look at that coach and it be like, all right, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
Like
did y'all
that,
agree with the
he look weird.
smash?
You said what?
The all smash team, first team.
Oh no, I ain't
I didn't
seen
see
the
the.
first.
I didn't see the final joint.
I ain't see the first team. He got one for first
All right,
team.
the first team was it was Lexi Hall and Cunningham tied for the same number of votes. Rika
Oh,
Jackson
see that
was
what
the
he did.
captain. Rika Jackson was the captain. PJ Brown daughter made it. Kalani Brown.
She thick as fuck. Bro.
And Collier. The decision Collier. That was the team.
Bro,
First
what?
team all smash.
I don't know.
Voted by the fans.
Yeah, just because the
Ain't-
fans.
ain't-
He kept saying every step of the way, y'all don't be mad at me.
Ain't,
the fans did.
ain't no way Fee made that over Dejanay, bro.
Dejanay was on third team, right? Was she on
I
like
think
third team?
third. I think she was on
She was
third
on
team.
third team.
That's
I think, and I think
crazy,
Kelsey Plum
bro.
was on like second team or something. She was on second team.
Kelsey
And
would have
Bruh
made the
said
fourth
that, he
team.
was like, look, y'all don't get mad at me. Y'all the ones who voted on this. Like, type
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like Kalani
Yeah.
Brown, I didn't realize she was that thick, bro.
I didn't either.
That, oh my god, that picture.
I didn't
she
know.
had
I
them
didn't know
damn shorts
PJ
on the
Brown
other
child
day.
was like that. I didn't know.
I don't know. I
I didn't know.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
crazy, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, that's weird.
Yep. But Collier, Jackson, Brown, and then the two whites.
Nah, that shit's
And
trash.
Rika.
Get that the fuck
Yep.
out of here.
I mean, as
It's
long as
Rakia-
I
it's
mean, long as
Rakia,
Rakia up there, Rakia had to be up there. I mean, you know that man. Courtney said everybody's name wrong. He still called Pablo. Like
Yeah, I do fucking the name. Yeah, I do.
Courtney be
Fucking
saying it.
name.
I think he be doing the shit on purpose, man. Because he like, you know these motherfuckers' name, man. He be
Yeah,
doing that shit.
man.
That's why I don't even like. I let that shit go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney.
Nah, that's a trash.
long as
That's
he
a
had
trash
Jackson
Osman
first team. Jackson should have been first team,
Facts.
and I think
Dejanay should have been first
Brown
team.
and Dejanay should have been first.
DJ
team.
first team for y'all?
Yes.
Yes. What are we talking about?
No, man.
Why is this
No.
even an argument?
No,
Why,
man.
like, why are we
No.
even like?
man?
No. She not over Hammer. She not over your girl Burrell from the Sparks.
Ray is a strong candidate, bro. Ray should
Yeah,
have been
she ain't
strong
over Ray.
team for sure. No, but she definitely over the too though. But
Nah, she would have made first team for me. Nah.
yeah, that's weird. That's weird that you.
Hey, also hooping shit, bro. I didn't think Kiki would be getting busy like this.
I didn't
Out the
know.
gate.
I didn't know.
Like she really hooping, bro.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, she hooped in college.
Yeah, but I didn't think
Yeah,
it would
but
translate.
she didn't play like this at USC. She didn't.
I
Yeah,
mean,
She
why
shocking
she
me too.
been all right though?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's name surprised me too? Centron. I didn't think she'd be 15 tonight.
I didn't either. Oh, center. She'll make first team over Currency too.
Who?
Secure Austin. I'll chop her ass down.
She is tough.
She about 6'5", 6'6".
She got first team. She got first team. Kev.
She is
Yeah,
tough.
how about your man that
She is
thing? I
tough.
come off top, bro. I get to her. Stab it to a Slim Jim. Yeah. I come off top on that one.
She is
Yeah.
Speaking of, I gotta end on this. This is because y'all ain't gonna have me out here talking about all these damn fine thick ass.
Hey,
I
just want to see your dogs on the all smash thing, man. That's
my
all.
beautiful wife. We recording this episode a few days after her 37th birthday, so I just want to say happy birthday.
Oh yeah. Great guy. He's a great guy.
I ain't no asshole.
Great guy.
I don't know. I'm a fool. But yeah, man, we'll go ahead and wrap it up on this, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we dip up out of here?
Man, fuck
I'm
that
out like my
light-skinned
title
nigga from Indy.
No, I'm with you on that, man. I'm
Whole ass
I'm
nigga.
actually, you know what? I don't want the Pacers to win, but my team is I'm kind of one of them like Western Conference, Eastern Conference. My team from the East, I typically be wanting the East to win, but I really kind of want Tyrese Halliburton to get humble. Bro.
I'm mad we couldn't talk about a few of the things I wanted to because I wanted to get some hate shit off, and Courtney pissed me off with that all NBA team shit we was talking about in the chat the other day. But you know, it is what it is, man.
All right, man. Well, once again, thank everybody.
And Steph Curry shouldn't have been on the second team. Fuck out of here, nigga.
No, I agree actually on that, but
I ain't got no numbers ready.
You don't need no numbers. That nigga was a play-in team, nigga. Fuck out of here.
All right,
I ain't got no numbers ready. I shut up. I'll shut up. I don't even want to defend it right now.
Oh ass nigga.
All right, I want to thank everybody for locking in. Y'all can catch us on Twitter. You can follow the Twitter handle Pro Am Pod Talk. Catch us on TikTok, at Pro Am Pod. Professional Amateurs Podcast on Instagram. Professional Amateurs 919 on YouTube. Once again, like and subscribe. Nothing else from my guests. Thank y'all for locking in. One more time. Catch y'all next time. We out.
Season 3 from the parameter. It feel good to be an amateur. Jamal and Courtney co-manager. I go against the odds, I'm a gambler. If you know me, you know I keep it professional. Every time I do it, it feel like a spectacle. Turn my back on my city, it's unacceptable. Yeah, I'm an amateur, but don't forget professional. Aye. Amateur, but I play it like a pro. 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 Do it big like D54.